The play of the night, Tatis, the all-star starter, channeling his best Idina Menzel and singing, "I'm defying gravity, and you can't keep me down." What a snag there by Tatis. That thing's amazing. However, I can't do the high note, though. Padres do lose tonight, 7-5. Trust me, you don't want to hear it. Christmas Day, a little rough on Santa. After a long day of delivering presents around the globe, he didn't have his legs when he tried to dunk in the Rockets-Suns game and got a mouthful of rim right there. But I'm happy to report I did watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with my kids, and luckily Hermie the elf did in fact get to go to dental school. And so he'll be able to take care of Santa when he returns to the North Pole.
Yes, he'll need it after that.
Dental surgery.
And Hermie was like fourth in his class. So.
Okay.
Now, News 8 Sports.
Steve Quis, quite the night for the Padres.
Tough loss, Steve, but happy to be home in some all-star plays.
A long, long game without any rain, so but we'll take. We just don't like
change
the
for them,
end
right?
result. That's right. Hey, armed with their 4 all-stars, the Padres were back at home tonight to open up a 4-game series against the Washington Nationals. The Friars play their final 7 games of the first half, all at Petco Park. The all-star break starts this time next week. Fans back at Petco sporting their swag chains, but things were ugly early on. Joe Musgrove just didn't have it tonight. Trey Turner leads off the game with a monster second deck shot. That put the Nationals up 1-0. Big inning in the second for Washington. Pitcher John Lester drops one into center field. That scores another run, and suddenly it's 2-0 Nationals. Then 2 on for Alcides Escobar, and he drops down a bunt. Jake Cronenworth, the all-star, can't make the play. The Nats build a 5-0 lead before Musgrove can get out of the second inning. However, the Padres started scratching back. 5-1 now, bases loaded for Ha-Sung Kim in the third. He grounds one down the line and left. That scores 2. It's 5-3 Washington. Here come the Friars. Then that man again. Seems like he does something great every single game. Fernando Tatis Jr. with a laser to left field for a solo shot. 27th of the year at 116 miles per hour. That's the hardest hit ball of Tatis's young career. 5-4 Nats. Then, after a Cronenworth double, Will Myers ties things up with a shot into the corner in left. Padres come all the way back to tie it up at 5. However, the Nats go back out in front in the 7th here on this Josh Bell home run. Crushes it to left center. 6-5 Washington. And then the play of the night, Tatis, the all-star starter, channeling his best Idina Menzel and singing, "I'm defying gravity, and you can't keep me down." What a snag there by Tatis. That thing's amazing. However, I can't do the high note, though. Padres do lose tonight, 7-5. Trust me, you don't want to hear it. Good news for the Padres. The Giants lost today against St. Louis. The Cardinals didn't even have a hit until the 7th inning in this day game. A couple on for Matt Carpenter. He drives one deep to left center. That bounces off the wall. Cardinals would take a 2-0 lead. 8th inning now, and Nolan Arenado adds on with a bloop single into right field. Cardinals go on to win 5-3. Meantime, the Dodgers also lost, so it was a complete push tonight in the National League West. Finally, on the ice, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals was in Montreal. Tampa Bay a win away from hoisting the cup. This one goes to overtime. The Canadiens' Josh Anderson outraces everyone for the puck, slams it off the backboards, scores the game winner here in OT off the rebound. Anderson saves Montreal's season for at least one more night. As you check out the great angle there on the replay, you can really see the speed of the game at the NHL level. The Habs win 3-2. Tampa Bay will have another chance to close out the series on Wednesday. Fantastic plays in the Padre game. Just not the outcome you wanted.
So when's karaoke?
Oh, yeah, that's right around the corner, right? You want to go after this one? I'm ready.
Let's go. We got to hit the notes.
Not sure I could get up there.
Steve's got dibs on all the Idina Menzel stuff. Okay.
I don't know about that. He might have to fight me for it.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Have a great
See you on Glee.
On any given day, deep in the heart of Harbison Canyon, you'll find PGA teaching pro John Klein doing the one thing he's enjoyed doing for the past 33 years.
Here's your 3-wood straight backing up. Good, perfect.
John is a golf instructor, but not the kind you might expect to see at the range. He teaches adaptive golf.
There you go, good swing. As long as you can hold on to the golf club, I will create a swing for you.
Very nice. John, thank you.
Among the swings he's creating is that of stroke victim Tom Burke. John Stopier is a motorcycle accident survivor with 90% of his body pinned back together. There's 74-year-old Ray Tarbox, 2 months removed from his stroke, and Chuck Rose, whose entire left side was left paralyzed by a stroke 2 years ago.
I miss it terribly. It's been 3 years now since I played.
All golfed as many as 4 times a week before their injuries. 3 of the 4 now swing with just one arm as they try and relearn balance.
1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay.
Chuck Rose needs assistance just to get in and out of his adaptable cart, but once in the cart, he's on his own.
It's a lot harder than swinging with 2 hands when you can get up and adjust your body position real well.
You know, I keep it simple. Okay, remember pronate, a lot of times there's memory loss, and so you have to be careful. You can't overload with information.
Chuck's specially designed cart allows him to drive the course independently while being able to face up to the golf ball. The clubs Chuck uses are the same as he used before his stroke, but this club helps him set the ball on a tee.
It takes a little bit of practice. Chuck picked it up quite easily, actually. Every once in a while you have to help him, but it makes Chuck feel more independent.
That independence can come with a price. Sometimes it can take Chuck a painstaking minute or 2 just to tee up one golf ball. But that constant struggle is seen as a good thing.
He's working on his fine motor skills. He's working on his visual motor skills too, you know, trying to picture where that ball goes. He's multitasking, and it's really good for individuals who've had strokes to do that.
For Tom Burke, it used to take 4 caregivers just to hold him up. Now look at him.
I used to be a golfer. I used to play every week, and so this gives me a reason to keep on going, keep going with the therapy. So I'm very, very thankful.
Some have made such good progress working with John, they can now put an able-bodied golfer to shame. Working with John is an extension of their rehab and quite therapeutic.
We joke. Everybody's got a great sense of humor. Nobody takes life seriously anymore. You know, they've had their trauma, so now it's just a matter of go out and have fun.
The goal is to one day have every one of these players back on the course as if nothing had ever happened.
I mean, you told me you played with a lot of your friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't now, but you think one day you'll get back to doing that?
Oh, yeah.
So is that the goal?
Yeah, I just got to get my handicap up high enough now.
A couple years from now, I'm going to be walking, and I can swing 2-handed then.
With John's help,
Okay, perfect.
anything is
So the swing
possible.
right about here.
In Rancho San Diego, I'm Steve Quis
And see
for
what-
Postgame.
See what we do with that.
So awesome, Steve.
I love these types of stories, right? This young man, should he sign, is going to be a millionaire shortly, right? And he was just probably couldn't even afford to go to McDonald's a couple of days ago, right, without mom and dad helping him. Well, for a time, it appeared that Eastlake High School had done it again. Almost every one of the mock drafts had Eastlake Titan shortstop Marcelo Meyer going #1 overall in the Major League Baseball draft, much like Adrian Gonzalez did out of the same high school 21 years ago. However, the Pittsburgh Pirates threw a big curveball. They went with the college catcher as the overall #1 pick, leaving Meyer in limbo until the Boston Red Sox took the teenage shortstop with the 4th overall pick, as Steve had mentioned. Meyer heard the news today at a gathering with friends and family at a sports bar in the South County. Out of the top 3 high school shortstops expected to go in the first round nationally, Meyer turned out to be the top prep shortstop taken. Now, he was hoping to join this select company, which is San Diego area high schoolers taken first overall. You might recall LCC's Mickey Moniak went #1 back in 2016, just 5 years ago. You had Cathedral's Brady Aiken, a pitcher, back in 2014. Dare we mention the Matt Bush debacle with the Padres in 2004? And then, of course, there's former Padre Adrian Gonzalez, who was the first to go #1 in 2000, also out of Eastlake High School. And, of course, Steven Strasburg, you can kind of put him on the list, right? He went to SDSU out of West Hills High School in Santee before going first overall in the 2009 draft, and then became a World Series MVP. And, of course, coming up later in sports, Steve, we're going to hear from Marcelo coming up later.
Man,
good day, though.
What is in the water down there in Chula Vista?
Send your kid there. If it's not RB High or Poway, you got to send him down there.
Thanks, Steve.
Should be a big test this week for the Chargers as they go on the road, having to go to Arrowhead, coming off the loss against the Atlanta Falcons. We're going to have a lot of fun here today as we welcome you to Charger Game Day. Steve Quist alongside former Charger running back Terrell Fletcher.
He threw his bat at this one, lifts it into center shallow. Garrett has to come on hard. Ford dives and makes another outstanding grab in center field. That's going to be on This Week in Baseball, I guarantee you that.
Fagan to inbound, gets it into Shackle. Shackle to Flynn for the win. It's good! Oh, Malachi Flynn! Under 8 to go. Goff, pressure coming, steps up, fires over the middle, and it is caught after being broken up. Oh, it's Colton Handley. Austin Scarville nearly had his 7th pick, and Marin Catholic grabs back the lead.